How can we draw a fishbone diagram using draw.io, also called diagrams.net? When you try to create a brand new document, they will show you some templates, and you can actually find a pretty good template for the fishbone diagram. Head to business, and then you will see it straight away over here. There are two versions of it. So we can start from the template like that. Or if you like, we can start with the blank paper. So let me show you how we can do it manually with just the blank paper. Alright, here I am in this document. I will not need a grid for this type of diagram, so I can switch the grid off straight away. I like to keep a page in the landscape, so by default it's maybe portrait like this. So I suggest to switch it to landscape page straight away in case you need to put it into PowerPoint or print it out. It's a bit better in landscape. The best way to start the fishbone diagram is to create a space for a problem definition. So I simply open up general shapes on the left. I need some kind of oval shape like this ellipse, and drag in the ellipse. Double tap to type inside the shape. We can scale it up a bit. You are free to change the line color, the fill color. All of that can be customized in the style section on the right. I will make this text way larger and bold. Alright. So we got our problem, definition of the problem on the right side. And on the left, we will make a structure for putting different solutions, equipment, process, people, all of we need. All right, so we need this bold arrow line pointing on the problem. We can also drag this out from here. So a simple direction arrow, the big one, I will take the big one for this, and then drag the beginning of the arrow, stick it to the problem. All right, and then move this to the end of the page. So that's our space for creating a fishbone diagram. I can turn on the fill color. I want this to be filled with the black. I want this arrow to be bold like this. Modify it a bit. All right. Okay, we will need a similar arrow for each kind of bone of the fish, but first let's make those tops for those fish bones. So I use this shape with the rounded corners to specify equipment, process, and people on one side. And again, we can modify the style of the text, font, color, the style of the box as well. Alright, and now I will just duplicate this existing element, Command C, Command V to copy and paste. Alright, and now we need to connect those to the main line pointing on the problem. So I'm going to hover my mouse in the middle of this one, pull the arrow and connect this arrow somewhere here. Change the type of the connection to straight line. We can make this arrow vertical, maybe 10 points, something like that. And for now, I will set this as the default style for arrows. And I will do the very same thing from this one and this one. All right. And now you'll be able to create some text here under this. That will be kind of joining this equipment arrow, process arrow, and people arrow. To add a simple text, you can drag out the text, or you can double tap in the empty area and select text. All right, and then you can type in what you need, and you can of course modify the size of the text, font color as before. So now under each option, we can put as much text as we want related to that fishbone. All right. Now we kind of finished the top part of the diagram, and we're going to do the very same things at the bottom of the diagram. So as you can guess, I'm going to first copy those 3 headers, Command C, Command V, move them here at the bottom of the diagram. We will need to draw a few more arrows. And the bottom ones, we can use them for materials or stuff like that. Alright, so that's how you design a fishbone diagram. On one side you got your problem, and then you got this main arrow pointing to the problem, and you got those smaller arrows pointing to the main arrow, and they're kind of categorized to specific sections like equipment, process, people, measurements, machines, methods. That's up to your case. Alright, so that's in general, that's why it's the name. A fishbone diagram is look a bit like a fish. The head of the fish is the problem, and this one are like fish bones coming to that problem. Alright, so that's how you do it. And by the way, if you run out of space on your page, let's say you go out of the page, take a look what happened. They will add you extra paper for you. Just be sure to not put like stuff in the middle of the dash line. That will be on the both pages. So be sure like major stuff is on one side or another, not in the middle of the dash line. Alright, so that's how easy it is. And after you're ready to share your diagram, you can just click File and Export to easy to share formats like PNG or even PDF. Hope this was helpful. See you in the next one.